Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing T Street. I'm laughing because I normally plan my sip a little better. That was in there and it was feeling and tasting good, so I apologize. Today's mug fits with today's message. No validation needed. I'm troubled by a trend that I see so often, particularly with our young people. But I also see it with adults. We're all struggling so desperately for the validation of others that we forget to validate ourselves. So today's message is don't skip the process of self-validation. Now, I know we all want to be liked. I don't ever deny that. Everybody wants to be liked. Nobody wants to be hated in the world. But sometimes we go to extremes trying to get validation from other people because we haven't taken the time to self-validate. So today I wanted to just talk about the 4 steps in the process of self-validation. I'm really clear that as much as I appreciate when other people like me, good morning, Stephanie, I love you and I miss you. As much as I appreciate that other people, like me or don't like me, I'm clear that there are people who are on both sides. They like me or they don't like me. But at the end of the day, I never want to be so consumed with seeking the validation of other people that I forget that it starts with me. And I'm clear that other people's validation of me is the icing. Me understanding my own self-worth is the cake. Me validating me is the cake. Everybody else's is just a decoration on the cake. It's the icing. So today I want to talk just about the 4 steps really quickly. The first step to self-validation is non-judgmental awareness of who you are. Accepting all the parts of you and saying there's some really great parts of me and there's some not so great parts of me. I'm aware of them all and I love all of the parts. And the things that if you don't like some things, change them. Because you're the only person who realistically can change you. Is you and God. Y'all the only people that can do the work on you. So if there's something in your life that you don't like, I'm not telling you to stay in that space. I'm just saying become aware of who you are. And if you don't like something about yourself, fix it, change it. That's all. But accept that piece. Accept who you are. Be non-judgmentally aware. I know the best parts of me and I know the worst parts of me. And I'm learning how to love every single part of me because it makes me who I am. That awareness is the first step. The second step, accepting imperfection. When you realize that there are no perfect people, and everybody running around pretending like they perfect are not. Everybody has imperfection. Can I tell you? That imperfection is a part of the human process. It's a part of what makes us human. None of us have perfection, and all the people who pretend, they're just doing just that. They're just pretending because perfection doesn't exist. I had to accept the things about myself that are just my quirks. And I'm quirky, y'all. When you get to know me, you know certain things like, I have some things around germs. And it's one of my imperfections. And sometimes it comes off wrong because after I've shaken a million hands, after I get done speaking, I got to hand sanitize because I'm thinking I don't want these germs in my body. That's why I'm one of the few people that I know who has never had COVID. I traveled right after they lifted the ban. On the first day that you could fly, I was in the air. Never had COVID because I'm always wiping and I'm masking up when I'm flying and I wipe down everything on the plane, all my seats and all of that stuff. That's one of my idiosyncrasies. It's one of my quirks. And it is quirky, y'all. When you get to know me, you know that it's quirky. I have probably more bottles of hand sanitizer in my purse than anything else. But I had to learn how to accept that imperfection that is in me because it makes me part of who I am. Next, positive self-talk. Y'all, I know that y'all don't think this is crazy. Kids know this because I talk about it in my speaking when I'm trying to help young people to learn how to love themselves unconditionally and without apology. I talk to myself every morning. Do you know how hard it is to be 5 feet tall and voluptuous in the world that values tall and thin? It's hard. So I have to continually tell myself who I am. I have to continually every morning remind myself that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I have to continually tell myself that I am who God says that I am. I am not what my feelings are. I have to continually say your feelings are not all of who you are, T. I have to remind myself, I stand in the mirror every day. I say, girl, you short, you voluptuous, but you are amazing. Because if I didn't, I go into schools, y'all. Kids are cruel. If I didn't do the validation of me, and if I was always seeking it from the outside, I would come home every day with my butt dragging in the sand. Because the work that I do with young people is hard work. It's hard work because kids, they're a tough nut to crack. When I tell you I have to do positive self-talk, I do affirmations every single day. I continually go to Ephesians 1 and 2 to remind myself who God says I am. That's powerful, y'all. If you have not read Ephesians, the book of Ephesians, chapters 1 and 2, you ought to go in there. Because when the enemy comes to tell me, oh, you suck, oh, you're not this, you're not that, you used to do this, I go back to Ephesians. I said, but God says, and I start to go through those. That positive self-talk sometimes changes the atmosphere for me in a day. It changes everything when I can talk to myself, because all the voices from the outside and the voice of the enemy sometimes, most of the time, is telling me who I'm not. And I remind myself every day with my own self-talk, because everybody don't stroke you. Everybody's not going to tell you how awesome you are. And so sometimes you got to speak over yourself. Oh, that felt good to me. Sometimes you got to do some positive self-talk of your own, because it matters. And finally, emotional regulation. Y'all, we are not our feelings. We are not our feelings. But what does that mean to emotionally regulate? It means to accept the things that you feel. I don't suppress my feelings anymore. I used to think it was cool to be hard. My mom called me the ice queen for so many years. You know what broke through my ice and made me more emotionally available to other people? Young people. Young people break me down, y'all. They make me soft. They make me weak. They make me soft. But I learned how to not suppress all of the things that I feel. And when I can do that, I'm more emotionally available, first to me and then to other people. So today, I just wanted to come on and say, don't skip the process of self-validation, because other people's validation of you is the icing, but your validation of yourself is the cake. I'm the amazing T Street. But you know what? There's absolutely, positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So today, I just want to encourage you to self-validate. I want to encourage you to do the process. Become non-judgmentally aware of all of who you are. Accept your imperfections. Speak positivity over yourself, affirmations, and regulate your emotions, because we are not our feelings. I'm the amazing T Street, but you know what? There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. So whatever you do, don't skip the process of self-validation. No validation needed. Have an amazing day.